Tom, had a couple of days for it to sink in now. How are you and the rest of the boys feeling?
I think everyone's down, as you can imagine. Yeah, I think after the game we spent a long time in the changing room. I think obviously we've been struggling for weeks and weeks, and the point difference was really tough to come back from, even under Claudio Ranieri. To be fair, it kind of seemed like it was mission impossible, but I still think when you find out that you are going down, you are relegated, I think it hurt a lot.
If we're being brutally honest about it, it's probably been on the cards for a few weeks now, however long. Does that make it easier to come to terms with, or is it's relegation at the end of the day? It's going to be horrible regardless of how it happens.
No, I think because it's on the cards, I think like you prepare yourself for it a little bit more. It's been tough week to week. Don't get me wrong. I mean, not just the players, for the fans as well. Like, do you know what I mean? It's been a horrendous, horrible season. But yeah, I still think after the game, when you realise that like it's over and you're down, I'm saying it hurt, even though we knew it was a tough mission to get out of.
The manner of it was quite frustrating against Watford, because first half we probably the better team, but just the same old story. But everything sort of unravelled after the break, didn't it?
Yeah, as you say, first half was pretty dominant, to be fair, from us. I think we should have been in the lead, felt good, and then came out second half. I think they made a couple of substitutions because we were so on top, and they went a bit more direct, put two up front, and yeah, we just couldn't really defend the boys going forward. Really, two up front causes a lot of problems, and yeah, ended up conceding 3 goals in the second half. It's just been the story of our season, really. No one's really cut us open or played great football at times. It's just kind of handed them goals, and in this league, you can't do that. It seems like we have to score 3 goals to win a game, and it's just not possible.
I don't think the fans stopped singing at all during that 90 minutes on Tuesday, and a bit of it was gallows humour, which they're obviously entitled to. But the situation we've been in for a while now, to come every week in their numbers and make that sort of noise, it's a credit to them.
I know it's been really difficult for them as well, and yeah, all I can say is thank you, really, and sorry at the same time that we didn't really give them the dream they hoped for like we did in pre-season. And like, I never dreamt it'd go like this after the final and stuff like that. But yeah, it's football. It's why we love the game so much, because of the highs and the lows, and I suppose that's why you have to enjoy the good times, because of times like this. But as for the fans, they've been fantastic since day one at Watford. Even at the end of the game, we lost 4-1, and well, I think all of them basically stayed there and applauded. So yeah, just on behalf of me and behalf of the team, really, just thank you for that.
You looked crestfallen at the final whistle. Reminded me of the Majesty Stadium a couple of seasons ago. Obviously, the fans are the heartbeat of this club, but when something like relegation happens, it affects all of us, like yourself, staff, fans. It affects us in different ways, but it sort of shows that we're all in it together, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I remember saying after the final, I mean, when we won, I said that's for everyone else back at the training ground that no one else sees. Like, no one understands really what goes on behind the scenes day to day. The cleaners, the people who cook, and just general people around the building. So even in bad times, it affects people like that. So I think that's one of the harder things to deal with as a player as well. You come into the training ground and you forget that it's not just the players; it's everyone. Everyone lives it a day to day life, and it affects everyone. So I think it's hard to take as a player, because you feel responsible for that kind of thing. It's us out on the pitch and us performing. So yeah, it's been hard to take coming in every day.
Have you boys said much to each other about the situation since Tuesday?
Yeah, of course you speak a little bit, but I don't know, we're just trying to finish the season strong. I mean, it's our third manager now of the season, and we want to try and, as weird as it sounds, end it on a bit of a good note if we can, and get a win or two for the manager.
If we're looking for silver linings, lots of decisions need to be made when a team gets relegated, and I suppose maybe that decision-making process can start a bit earlier for us going into the summer now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of planning going off from above. What we do from now, where we're going. I know the ambition of the owner is going to want to come straight back, and I think the players will as well. So yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a hard summer. It's going to be a long summer in waiting for the new season to start to get the cobwebs off and stuff. But yeah, I suppose it's Fulham. Fulham's been through some dark times in the past. I think this is just another one, and yeah, we always come through, and I don't think this will be any different.
I think obviously it was before your time, but last time we got relegated, maybe some people underestimated how hard the Championship would be because it was so long since we'd been in it. But obviously we won't be guilty of that going into the next season.
No, I think we've said this to the new players as well. If you underestimate that league, then you've got no chance. I mean, you've seen it with Stoke this season. A lot of them players in the Stoke team have played Premier League football for I don't know how long, and the bottom end of the Championship. The standard is really high. It's relentless. There's so many games. Sometimes if you're away at Preston or Millwall on a Tuesday night, it's sometimes not how well you play. It's the cohesion and the togetherness. And I think if we do go to the Championship, you can't not be together. It's impossible if you're going to do anything in that league.
So you think that's the main message going into next season? We need that unity that we should.
100%. I think you don't go on half a season unbeaten run by just being a good players. I mean, we was together at times, even 10 men in the final for 25 minutes, stuff like that. I think they're the moments that make teams great.